Internal audit is an independent, objective assurance and consulting activity designed to add value and improve an organization's operations. It helps organizations accomplish their objectives by bringing a systematic, disciplined approach to evaluate and improve the effectiveness of risk management, control, and governance processes. Here's how to conduct internal audits to ensure compliance. Establish objectives and scope. Define the objectives and scope of the internal audit, including the areas, processes, and activities to be reviewed. Identify key risks, controls, and compliance requirements relevant to the audit scope. Develop audit plan. Develop an audit plan outlining the audit objectives, approach, methodologies, timelines, and resource requirements. Prioritize audit activities based on risk assessments, regulatory requirements, and organizational priorities. Conduct risk assessment. Conduct a risk assessment to identify and prioritize areas of higher risk and significance for audit focus. Evaluate the adequacy and effectiveness of existing controls to mitigate identified risks. Gather information and evidence. Collect relevant documentation, policies, procedures, records, and data related to the audited areas. Interview key personnel, stakeholders, and process owners to gain insights and understand operational practices. Perform testing and analysis. Perform audit testing and analysis to assess the design and operating effectiveness of controls. Use audit techniques such as inquiry, observation, inspection, reperformance, and data analysis to gather evidence. Evaluate compliance. Evaluate compliance with applicable laws, regulations, standards, policies, and contractual obligations. Assess adherence to internal policies, procedures, guidelines, and best practices. Identify findings and issues. Identify and document audit findings, observations, deficiencies, non-compliance issues, control weaknesses, and areas for improvement. Clearly communicate audit findings to management and stakeholders with sufficient detail and context. Provide recommendations. Provide practical recommendations and actionable insights to address identified issues, strengthen controls, and improve compliance. Propose remedial actions, control enhancements, process improvements, and corrective measures to mitigate risks and gaps. Prepare audit report. Prepare a comprehensive audit report summarizing the audit scope, objectives, methodology, findings, conclusions, and recommendations. Ensure the audit report is clear, concise, accurate, and objective, with supporting evidence and rationale. Communicate results and follow-up. Present audit findings and recommendations to management, audit committees, or governance bodies for review and discussion. Monitor the implementation of corrective actions and follow up on management's responses to address audit findings. Track the status of remediation efforts and verify the effectiveness of corrective measures through follow-up audits and reviews. By conducting internal audits to ensure compliance, organizations can enhance governance, manage risks, improve operational efficiency, and safeguard assets to achieve their objectives effectively and responsibly.